Hey, hey, Gemini! Thanks for coming. Appreciate you. I'm Madeline, if we haven't met before, and if we have met before, thanks for coming back. Excited to see you. Spirit has a lot to say. They were rapid fire talking before the cards were even out, so we're just going to dive right in, and we're going to, wow, love it. Okay, beautiful way to start. So they were showing me the sun. I don't know if the sun card is going to pop up in your readings, but wow. Then I flipped over the Wheel of Fortune. I got real excited for a minute. I saw a big yellow disc, and I was like, oh my God, there it is. Okay. But they were talking about illumination. They were talking about speed. Emperor love. Oh my God. Gemini. Okay. Okay, you know what? I want one more. Not because your cards are bad, but because your cards are good. What's on the other side of this contemplation? Spirit. Gemini is making a grand plan. Gemini is going to get into some hot competition. That's what I'm hearing. What are you competing for, Gemini? Growth, money, promotion. All right. All right. Okay, Gemini. Let's talk about it. Got some powerful cards here. Some of you are literally getting into a competition this month. Like, I'm pitting my skills or my project or my pitch against other people. And I am seeing growth. I am seeing graduation. I am seeing promotion. And I'm seeing a grip on a sense of your own skills. And kind of like a joyful undertaking. And that's what I'm hearing, like a joyful undertaking of work. Whew, powerful, powerful stuff. Okay, let's start at the beginning, shall we? You have the Empress at the center of your reading, the dominating influence, right? Crossed by you. You're coming in as the King of Swords. The King of Air. Makes sense, right? Air sign. So, and you can identify any which way gender-wise. The thing about being a king or a queen or a knight has nothing to do with that and a lot more to do with personality type. The King of Swords coming in says, you've been working your ass off despite some shakeups and big changes and kind of like this did not go according to plan. You're good at thinking on your fucking feet. You have turned the wheel. You have left some things behind for certain, especially I would say by the end of August. If you haven't already experienced this, you guys are leaving behind some unsustainable, stagnant, you know, it's kind of like a lot of you are coming to a conclusion of there is no growth back there for me, whether for some of you that's back in that relationship, back in that job, back in that town. And if you haven't moved, but you've been thinking about it, Gemini, whether, again, out of a town, out of a relationship, out of a job, this is coming in either as affirmation for those of you who have made the jump or are in the process of making it, and as advice for those of you who might be feeling like, oh, I'm stagnant, I'm stuck, this feels unsustainable, feels a little shaky here. Like whether, again, that means it feels a little shaky at my job, I don't know, there's been some layoffs, or it's been a little shaky around the house, I don't know, like, is this gonna last? You are being, the act of giving birth and creating a new way of life is being supported for you right now. The Empress is a beautiful, beautiful start to your reading. The Empress is Aphrodite, Venus. She's love, she is charm, she is the receiver, the divine feminine. You are creating right now, a lot of you, and of course, you know, Gemini, these are general readings, it's not one-on-one, so I'm getting a couple different things. Some of you are literally pregnant, and it's like, oof, like I'm about to create this family, or like broaden and expand this family. For others of you, it's like you're pregnant with a brainchild. So don't be afraid, Geminis, those of you who, well, definitely if you're a guy, you're like, what are you talking about? Like, you've got something. There is something inside of you that is getting ready to be born. Graduation, Wheel of Fortune, life is changing, new chapter. The Tower, gratefully, is in your past. The leaving behind of that shaky or unsustainable situation, the thing that fell apart, you're going to come out much more beautiful and secure. it's not as if you won't still have challenges, because you will. Leaving the unsustainable situation, again, leaving the situation that wasn't going to allow for your growth, for increased money, for increased satisfaction, for increased efficacy and skill. Leaving that behind, leaving that discomfort zone, right? It does offer you the challenge of more competition, of more growth, a different kind of challenge. It's not the challenge of I'm bored or I'm scared. It's the challenge of, oh, I haven't been in water this deep before. Oh, damn, good thing I can swim, but I guess I'm really going to have to get good. You're really going to have to get good, Gemini, but that's a good fucking thing. You are smart. Again, like they're saying, you have learned to think on your feet. Now, here's the thing. All that speed, that lightning quickness, that snap of your synapses, that's a wonderful thing. But going forward, going further down this path where you want to grow in skill and money and profitability and, like they said, the joyful work. The work that feels like, ooh, that was satisfying. Damn, I really got that website to work. It took me forever, but there, it fucking worked, or whatever. That's kind of what they're giving me, right? That presents its own challenges, and you don't want to rush that. You don't want to cut corners. You don't want to go for speed. You want to go for accuracy. That's what they just said. So that might even apply to some of you in terms of like some sort of test or something where it's like, don't go for speed, go for accuracy. That's what they're saying right now. So of course some of you might be under deadline or whatever. In that case, it's like meet out your steps ahead of time and be like, this is how much, when this needs to be done, let me work backwards because this is how much I'll have to get done every single day if I'm going to get there or whatever, right? You have a very powerful combination of cards in having the Empress at the start of your reading and the Emperor at the end. The receiver and the creator at the beginning, the builder and the owner at the end. Order, discipline, structure. You are creating and building something. The designer and the architect. Okay? Like, whoof, whoof. Something is growing, and it doesn't have to be, again, I'm going to come back to this, they keep saying this, it's not about cutting corners or going fast. It's about, like, you know, as they say, sharpening the saw. Because I can go at this log all day long with my blunt ass saw, and even if I'm like, I'll do this for days if I have to, or whatever, it's like, well, if you had taken fucking 2 minutes and sharpened the saw, and then you did your log, it could have been done in 3 minutes. You know what I mean? 3 days or 3 minutes, Gemini. And if the difference is a good sit-down meditation / planning session, then isn't that worth it? Isn't it worth it to take an hour or a day or 10 minutes at the beginning of every day or whatever to plot out how this is going to go and then actually execute and actually have an idea of what's going to be done and how you can move on from there to the next thing? That's what they're saying strongly. There is change in your money and your like attitude around making your money, like a joyful undertaking. They just keep saying it. And it comes with small shifts. This is a really good month to examine the way that you're, again, meeting out your resources, whether that's your time, your energy, your money. Let me invest a little less in this. Let me invest a little more in that. A little less time spent watching YouTube or whatever. No shade. And a little more time spent watching Skillshare videos or whatever. Not sponsored. There are incredible blessings and gifts and joys coming, like, available to you. Page of Cups is showing up as the possibility, right? The potential. And that is, like, the good news. And what I'm hearing is some of you are looking for new jobs. Like, new job / new living situation. That's really what I'm hearing strongly, is like a job or a place. And Four of Wands is showing up as what is available to you, what is around you. That is celebration. That is congratulations. When Spirit is talking about, like, you've graduated Wheel of Fortune, or you're promoted, or you've learned from this and now you get to go apply that to the next upgraded lesson. The Four of Wands is the kind of like, you got the job, sign the lease, congratulations, you won the contest, for those of you that are in a literal competition, that is available to you. King of Swords, think sharp, but don't think fast. Think clearly, think carefully, and then execute. Empress and the Emperor, dynamic duo, the twins. You've got both sides to you. You're going to be putting them both to work this month, and it's going to be a joyful undertaking. Money and skill coming out of it, not to mention celebration. Pretty fucking good, Gemini. What is up? What is up, Gemini? What's happening? You getting a new job? You getting more money? You doing a side hustle? What's your deal? I want to know. Comments, questions, stories. I'm excited to hear. This looks pretty fucking great, and I hope it's going this great for you, Gemini. And if it's not, let me know that too. That's what I'm here for. I love you guys. I thank you so much for being here, and I really hope that this is helpful in activating you for this month. And if I don't see you before then I hope I see you in your September reading. Bye, Gemini.